Wow. I mean, what an incredible performance from both teams. I mean, credit Coach Richardson and their team. They've done such a great job this year and in conference play, being undefeated. And then we knew it was going to be a battle, and we knew it was going to be tough. I mean, Jeter's a heck of a player for them. I mean, my gosh. I mean, it took everybody to really try to, make sure that we had to get help with her and trap on her. And Mariah Chris did a good job trying to contain her coming off the bench. And I'll probably get to that later on in the questions. But I can't say enough about the crowd, the fans. I mean, the Trask is rocking, and they gave us a lot of good energy the past weekend. And I'm so proud of my team because they never gave up. I mean, we kept believing, and even through adversity, we found a way. And then down the stretch, we did a good job again in special situations, things that we take pride in practice. With Sharita Parker, and you got Gianna Smith, and Lacey carried us the first half. And look at Shaneri Bell. I mean, my gosh, almost a double-double, 10 rebounds, 8 boards. But most importantly, I'm proud of the effort. I'm proud of how we represented today and the fact that we held a really good rebounding team, one of the best in the country, to just 31 rebounds. To me, that's heart, that's work. That's something that has to come from within because they had size on us. And that's one thing they do. They muscle you around. And we had one day to prepare. And we kept talking about we can't get pushed under the basket. We can't. We've got to scrap. And that last rebound said it all. When Shaneri grabbed the rebound and threw her body and fell on that floor, I couldn't call a timeout quick enough, to just get it up, up the floor. And I'm just really proud of them.
Questions? What can you say about Sharita these last 2 games? I mean, you brought her in here. She only has 1 year of eligibility.
Yeah.
And she's just been fantastic all year, but these last 2 games.
Yeah, and one thing about Sharita is she's a gamer. Like in the fourth quarter, she knows when to kind of take over, and she knows the clock, and she does exactly what she knows she needs to do for the team. And she can score, but also she can make plays for others. And, fourth quarter, again, I mean, look what we did. We held them to 10 points. And scored 21 points. And the thing about the team is just us staying together. I always say a team that stays together wins together. And we've got a good chemistry going here with the team. And, when it comes to fourth quarter, we work on it in practice. Everybody knows what to expect. But what about Lacey Suggs in the first half? My gosh. I mean, she did a great job attacking, and 17 points the first half alone. And they kind of keyed into her first half. And I was saying that, when they were running the zone, I was like, they are doing a good job right now because they're really keying into Lacey. Other people need to step up. And that's when Shaneri Bell got some great, baskets around inside, which we were trying to run plays for her. Then it opened up the outside. And then we were able to shoot 3 or just attack and get in there. And, again, I can't say enough about this team and how they just execute down the stretch. I mean, that's a big deal for us.
You said a lot about Bell, though. That was key also. I think Paige may not show up in the box score as much as you would think, but her second chance opportunities she gave, tips, extra offensive rebounds. She had 3 or 4, I believe, in the first half.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about that and how that kind of catapulted you guys to stay in the game early?
That's what she does. I keep saying that's her job, and she does it very, very well. Everybody has a role and a job to do, and I feel like everybody's doing their job. And one thing we talk about is those second chance points, and we talked about that in the scout one day, is that we miss shots, we got to get in there and tack and have each other's back and get some second and third opportunities. Where we messed up and let it get away from us was transition defense. We didn't balance the floor. But we did adjust after a timeout, and we talked about the importance of them leaking out in transition. First of all, you can't celebrate against that team. You can't run with your back turned. You got to turn around quick, stop the ball, everybody get back and get into their matchups and make them have to make it, score in a half court and not just in transition. And that's where they got the lead. So, again, there's always things that we can learn from. I'm very, very happy about this win and stuff, but I think that is something that we'll really work on this week to get better.
What is it about the fourth period, the last couple games?
We want it, man. We want this. We're hungry. It's what we work on in practice. And I keep saying, with our team, it's like the last 2 minutes it comes down to free throws and execution and things like that. And we work on those things. And I feel like we have a team that can, execute and get it done. And Sharita Parker's known to do that. And even down the stretch, we had one mistake where, we turned the ball over. But I'm very happy the way that we responded. I'm very happy because it happens in James Madison too, you know, a situation. And we just kept our head up and we just kept saying, okay, all we need right now is to be in the moment and get a stop and get a rebound. And then we got the ball back and we executed and we scored. So you got to expect that in the game. It's going to be a basketball game of runs and things like that. But I'm going to give credit to Towson. They are a very improved program. Coach Richardson has done a great job with her program. And we knew it was going to be a battle. And I'm just really proud of the way that we battled back and pulled off the win.
Were you worried about the emotions of Friday night kind of leaking over into Sunday? Because that was such a big win that, you know, it could have distracted you guys tonight.
No, I said put the social media, everything down. Time to work, man. We got the undefeated team coming at home again. We got our fans that got our back. I mean, look at the crowd out here. I said, we got to get down to business. And as soon as I went into the film room, James Madison was done. We had no more conversation about that. It is now about Towson and locking in and focusing on the scout and the video and then getting on that floor for an hour and a half and going through their things and understanding their personnel. And so really happy the way that we responded with leadership and happy that my staff and I just put a great game plan together to try to make them understand that. You only get one day, and you're right about that. You can get emotional and all that kind of stuff, but you got to let it go. I mean, you got to move on to the next because you got an opportunity at home for us to take down the undefeated team, and we did that today. So really proud of the way that they responded.
You mentioned Jeter, too. She leads the conference in scoring. She had to work for every basket today, it seemed like. Can you talk a little bit about Mariah's defense late in that game and how that kind of
It's really incredible because as a coach, you're looking and you could tell that Ayana, who's a great defender for us, was getting very frustrated. I mean, we tried different people on her. I mean, we were trying. And in transition defense, we couldn't even get into our matchup in time sometime to get on her. But I said, Mariah, if you do anything when you go in this game, and I always say to my players, do your job. It's a job. You go out there and you make it hard for her to catch the ball. She loves going left. You know, we scouted her so good. We'd rather, if we're going to force her, we're going to go right side and we're going to have early help. And she did such a good job on her step back three and just kind of getting in the lane. And she really gave us something. And that's what's so great about being a team, is the fact that you never know who's going to come off the bench and give you a spark. And that was a huge defensive spark for us to really get her into contested shots. I mean, she made some tough shots. She was, I said, but this is not going to be the Jeter show. We've got to play good team defense, and we got to run different people at her, and Mariah was the answer on her.